Hi everyone, welcome to a mini episode of the Knit Shift. My name is Laura if you are new here, and this is not a regular episode. This is just a mini episode about my travel knitting plans for Texas. My boyfriend Josh and I will be going to visit his family, and we are also taking a mini vacation, just the two of us, within that trip. So we will have at least 10 hours in the car, not to mention the flight to and from Dallas. So I have a lot of knitting time in my future, and I thought I would share with you what I am bringing to Texas with me. This is my line break shawl by Vera Valimaki. I'm knitting this out of Hedgehog Fibers Sock in the Ghost colorway. I'm alternating skeins because one is a little more pink than the other, and I have just started doing the short row shaping. So I'm really loving this. This will be a great fall knit. It's a crescent shaped shawl. You can see the increases here and there. Super pleased about this project. I hadn't knit on it in about a week, and I just picked it up and did the from the eyelets up today. So I'm back. I'm falling in love with this project again, and it coordinates nicely with this Nikozuki Knits project bag. Over here you see I have a sock in progress. The stitch marker is the last time I shared it on the podcast. It's been about a month. This is a stockinette sock for myself, knit out of Western Sky Knits Magnolia Sock in the Nightfall colorway. It's a merino cashmere nylon. It is crazy soft, and you can see the colors are navy and white. There's lovely brown speckles. I think my favorite are these teal speckles here and there. Unfortunately, the dye of this yarn keeps coming off on my fingers as I knit with it, so I'm really not knitting more than a few rows at a time, otherwise my hands get really blue, which is unfortunate. I'm getting pretty close to putting in the heel turn. So this is living in my alpaca bag. This is my dad's Christmas socks, and when I showed this on the podcast a week ago, I was all the way down here, so I've had a lot of knitting time on this. Josh and I went to North Carolina for an afternoon to have lunch, and I didn't drive. I knit both ways. So I've turned the heel and am starting up the leg, and I'm very happy with how these are progressing. And they are living in a dumpling bag from someone who no longer makes bags. So that's the first sock, so that's flying along. And the gray is opal, and the patterning yarn is an online super sock. And last but not least is a still secret project that I have cast on. You can see I have some ribbing, and this morning I'm super proud of myself. I learned how to do a Vickle braid, which is this horizontal braid you see right here, also known as a lateral braid or an Estonian braid. It looks tricky, but it is actually really simple. So I highly recommend checking out the Vickle braid. It's V-I-K-K-E-L. And this gray yarn is Periwinkle Sheep watercolor sock in a colorway whose name I cannot remember. And this contrast yarn is Plymouth Happy Feet Splash, I believe. And it's a merino nylon sock, and I don't know the colorway name. I think it had a number, but it's cream with all sorts of fantastic speckles in it, so I can't wait to show you more and talk about this more. And this is living in an Erin Lane bag. And that is it for my travel knitting. 2 socks, a mystery project, and a shawl. I think that seems pretty fair considering each of these socks is the first in its pair, so I should be able to hopefully finish each of them and cast on the mates while we're in Texas. And hopefully I can make some progress on these guys as well. We are visiting at least 1 or 2 yarn stores while we are there in both Fort Worth area and Austin. So I should have some dispatches for you for the next episode of the Knit Shift. I think that's everything, so thank you so much for watching. Again, I'm sorry there is no regular episode this week. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye!